26, I've been seeing some small things. And it's like, obviously, they add better gameplay mechanics and all that. And now it's like I can play my Eagles. I can play Saquon Barkley, and they have his little backwards hurdle move in the game. Like, yeah, that'll be fun. um, oh, I don't know. I've never seen a clip of Tush Push, but I would assume that exists. But yeah, so that's one. It's on. It's like all modern games now for upgraded hardware is like averaging $60 to $70. So most of the time 70 now, which kind of stinks. But it's like for maybe $50, it's like 48.99. So make it 50. And then Baldur's Gate, which is on its cheapest sale. I think it's like 52 something, and most of the time the cheapest sale has been to like 55 or whatever, so whatever, blah blah blah. But and then I'm looking at getting three different controllers: the Ghost of Yote, white gold. There's this other limited or pre-order thing for it's this game called Astrobot. Like he's kind of become like a bit of a Sony mascot with some recent games. It's just kind of like a PlayStation exclusive thing. Little cute robot people. They had it. I could go through a little history of how it's developed from the PlayStation 4 era. But essentially, he's gotten a few games. It started with like a test demo of the little guys, and then he got like a normal game, a VR game, and then like a really nice uh, official game that got that one game of the yeah. The VR one was fun. The other one was like a PS5 more enhanced demo, and it like went through the history of PlayStation, showing you the new features with the haptic feedback of the controller and stuff like that. So it was really fun. But then they made an official, like fully realized platformer game, kind of similar to like Mario in that essence, and it won Game of the Year. And I got it over in Japan because, I found it on like a decent price. Not, I don't even remember if it was like a sale price or just like it was their pricing over there, but it was better than any sale in the America had been at the time. So I'm like, fuck it, let me get one Japanese game because like a lot of them I saw didn't really have a good notice of Japanese, whereas the one I got actually has the title in Japanese. And anyway, all that they have a little pre-order for a controller kind of in the theme. It's like white and blue with the character. I'm like, yeah, that'll be nice. And then I saw like I can get a refurbished black controller for like $60. So all those combined, useful for the points with PlayStation Card, and also because the whole point of me being okay to buy everything, which is a good hurdle, is they give you $100 statement if you spend up to $500 within the first 60 days of signing up. So that'll at least get me there for now with a lot of my needs and addresses, and then whatever else later. So yeah. Yeah, I looked at it. It gives you like all the rewards go to like PlayStation points, which you can just add to your funds to like, pay for games a little cheaper. Like, and I already have built up some rewards from like a thing they did for like a demo for like a year of reward programs. It's you just had to like complete challenges for different games that they would pop up. So I like semi tried to clock in for some of them and then wasted a few others that were like kind of free. But anyways, I've got like $10 from that I can use for anything now. So all of it, buying stuff from PlayStation gives you 5 times points back. And it's like I think it's 2% on dining and streaming, or maybe 3% on the streaming stuff, 2% on dining, and 1% everything. So like obviously I only intend to use the card for PlayStation related things because it gives me the most reward back, and obviously like I'd rather get an actual other credit card to give me normal cash back on those other rewards. So, but I'm adversing into the adult world slowly with getting my own credit cards and stuff because it's been on my mind for a while, and then I started talking to my friends about it, and so I'm really trying to push to it now and actually get that done. Yippee. Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I barely spend money on PlayStation these days anyways, but it's just like I have needs currently, or not needs, but I have things that could be used to get it done. It'll reward me nicely, and yeah.
Not so well accustomed to technology that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements or
And then
knowledge.
I'll try to find like one of
So
those
this is your
student
wonderful
credit
home.
cards. There's like three different ones in my mind at the moment that like I just have to. I gotta weigh out the options. Hmm.
Let's go with this one then. If my father can be even more frustrating, that's something I have to see.
Oh, you are in for it now,
Hmm.
boy.
Here are the gems. I'm sure
Hmm.
he's going to mind
Okay.
sprinkling flowers there.
It is appreciated, child.
That is no place for flowers. Leave her.
Hmm. Ooh, I'm having so much fun with decorations right now. Ne Next time you're over here, I have to show you my little world I've started to build up because they have a lot of yeah within Hades. Like you can make decor and upgrades to the overworld. Also, yeah, my room too. I've been making some slight touch-ups, and we'll soon have all the decorations up. So yeah, that's good news. Um, but either way, in Hades, there's a lot of like multiple options of things. Like you can have multiple rugs or flowers or whatever, but it's like you can only have one at a time. So like I gotta pick your brain for what you think looks nicest of the options. I say it because I accidentally bought one that I realized I didn't need to buy, and but then I realized, wait, I kind of like this difference, but both are nice. Ooh, decisions. Shoel. Ah.
Congratulations on your new responsibilities, my child. So you have reason to rise from.
It's more of a formality, I think. My responsibilities, such as they are, remain quite similar to those that guided me through
Okay.
it. But sometimes it's strange. I feel that I must serve the house by trying to break from it time after time.
Then it can be no mistake. Your
Hmm.
father wishes that this reputation spread, so that the mortars in the shades never attack.
Well, it does beat standing around in my chambers aimlessly. And I dare.
It is an honor to.
Likewise, Nyx.
Hmm.
I never thought I'd see the queen again. I still cannot believe she's back.
There.
And staying.
Hmm.
It's her doing, not mine. So you know her. Because
Don't know her all that well. But I do know Nyx. And I've been bound to secrecy as part of my oath to this house. Flay oathbreakers and liars, Zagreus. It wouldn't do for me to be no better.
no, I suppose not. So what does this mean for Nyx now that she's back? Or for you, for that matter?
The queen always gave Nyx her space. Your father, though, I don't know.
Hope to find out. Do so. You must work harder than anyone in this house, keeping everything so neat and orderly. You should be thankful to her, so thank you.
Hmm.
Oh, pretty flowers. You think so much. You've been so generous. I think I'm speechless. No, can't think of anything to say right now.
Hmm. Yeah, in my combos with friends, that's what has been brought up a lot. Discover one seems very useful. It's like that, or like a chase one or something, and then like a third that's a slight consideration. But oh,
Oh, you said it all. Don't mean to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just glad
mm,
we've had a chance to
right,
get to know each other.
yeah. I think also it depends on. I don't know if it's all the cards or like one card they were talking about, but the rewards thing like kind of changes cycles throughout the year. Like different months have different special focuses. So I have to like. Oh, that's the Discover one. Okay,
Let's
yeah,
get to know each other too. Thanks for the nectar. I think it's really.
Okay, bye.
yeah. That'll be good.
Here's what I caught lately.
Holy shit! I caught 6 fish in that one run. Oh my goodness! I didn't even realize. I'm goaded.
Totally worth it.
Well, no, because I was excited. Okay, I was excited too, specifically because I. So I already got a trophy that says I caught a fish in each of the different realms. which was true. But then for the first time, so there's a very small chance you can get to like the God of Chaos, and his whole thing it's like a portal randomly appears. You go in. It's like he's like a challenge thing where for like 3 to 6 encounters, like which means each quick little level fight arena that you go into, because there's like you can do 10 to 15 per level of the 5 levels, and it's really 4 because the 5th level is just the boss fight, final boss. Um, the levels, the whatever. Remind me what I was. One more time. Yes, yes. So you go into his realm. It gives you like a debuff for 3 to 6 encounters, and then you get a an actual decent buff after. So it's a challenge thing. You get a negate to survive, then buff, and I like those anyways because it's nice. But for the first time ever, in his little small pocket chaos realm, there was a fishing spot. I'm like, what? And then I got like a little jellyfish guy. He was cute. So I was like, ooh. That's all. That's all. I was just surprised by that. And then the fact I got 5 fish in one run. Because it's rare. It's RNG whenever you get a fishing spot. So you don't get it often.
They've come for questionable deals.
Say that again? They're just random little fish names related to Underworld. Let me pull it up actually, because I believe I can. I still haven't discovered all of them, but the one I just caught was a pro jelly, little jellyfish guy, a hellfish, a knucklehead, a slavug. Oh, he's a cute little slug guy. A crustacean. He's got little like boxing mitts. A clam, but spelled with a CH, LAM, and then a carp. I'm missing 4 fish that I have not discovered yet so far. So we shall see.
What's the latest?
Okay.
Mirror, mirror.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
Power of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are.
So much grinding to be done. There's so one other like thing that can affect your gameplay is you have these like little stat boosters, we'll say. Depends. There's like 24 options. I have an upgrade where now I can like swap between them per level once I defeat the boss, and there's like a little rest area. But they all have various things, They could be like increase your chance to find a special blessing from a god and make it a higher chance to be a better quality, or more health, better damage for certain things, reduce damage, etc. And they all have 3 levels to it, so you can like upgrade the percentage chances. Like it'll start like, oh, find a blessing from Zeus and there's a 10% chance it's a better quality, and then it goes to 15, and then now it's 20 at 3, and I'm slowly getting through it. The way you level it up is just through playing different encounters, and it's like 25 and then 50 and then 75 encounters total. So it's like 200 you have to go through with just one per, and I'm almost about halfway done. I'm at like 10 or 11 like fully completed. But it's nice because I finally unlocked the last one from beating the game officially. So it's like this one's after started with after 6 encounters. Now it's at 5, and then it'll be to 4. But every so encounter, I get a level up to one of my abilities, which will be very nice and very useful. Probably not touch it ever again. Or if I feel like I want to try it again, I'll hit it up, but that's kinda how I go, because getting through a completion exhausts a lot of it out of me, both energy, but also, you know, just the gameplay utilities. And I get a lot of memories just from playing it naturally. I don't typically replay many games, just because it's like, it's done, it's in my mindset. Only ones that differ are, you know, I'll do Kingdom Hearts here and there, because it's like if I ever want to do a long run through of the series again, just for like refresher or blah blah blah, I'll just start again. Long. Well, yeah, the 4. Also, maybe in preparation for that too, definitely, because it'll probably be like another. 2 is generous. We're gonna say most likely 3 to 5 more years until the game comes out. And then, well, honestly, we kind of have to wait 3 years to see how advancements to the hardware and coding systems will be. Because when Kingdom Hearts 3 was in development, it took about 8 years, I think. And a good reason for that was, like, I think around year 4 of development is when, like, I'm trying to blank on the name, but one of, like, the big gaming, coding, programming softwares had like a huge innovation. Unreal Engine, yes, the Unreal Engine is like what a lot of people use, and it went from 4 to 5, and so they kind of just had to like restart from there to make it like way better and graphically and all that. And unfortunately, a lot of the code didn't really transfer, so they kind of had to like semi restart from scratch. So that was the reason for its development delay. But also just the fact that like fucking hell, everything takes forever now, which is it's okay. There's been so many times of games being rushed and company producers not treating their developers like humans and making them work like shit. So we want the extra time is always good for people's health, and then for obviously the better care and development of the games. But it becomes contention when said game might not meet up to standards for how long it took, which Kingdom Hearts 3 has a mixed opinion on. It'll be 6, yes. Honestly, just from the look of it and everything, I don't even if there are issues and bugs, I don't think anyone's gonna care because GTA 6 finally comes out and that outweighs everything. Because like it looks like it's still gonna be a good ass game regardless of how potentially buggy it might be on launch. But everyone's happy to play it. That's one of the few cases where excitement literally will overlap every issue possible. Uh-huh. It was allegedly supposed to come out, I think, this year or next year, but they might be pushing it back within a year or two, which is fair, but it theoretically is coming out within the next 2 years. Very likely next year, I think.
I can take on fun without using extreme measures, if I so dare.
Ooh, I also just realized, I played Fortnite again today because they added in a new game mode, with proximity chat, so you can actually like interact and like you're allowed to befriend randoms in the game. So a lot of it is just I think it starts with maybe around like 75 people or so, out of the 2 games I've played, and I've noticed. And yeah, you just go in, you can choose to fight, but everyone most of the time is just talking, trying to team up. Like, you're allowed to make teams with people in the game, but only one person can win at the end. So you can make squads of up to 4 randoms. Or how it usually goes, like you get to like some of the few last circles, and there's still like 35 people in the game. We're all just crowded around, hanging, talking, whatever. And then eventually, you know, chaos sometimes ensues, and people blah blah blah. I haven't had too much. Like I said, I only played 2 games. The first time I downed a guy, and I was like, I want to be fun. It was like, all right, I can revive you, but we go on team after, right? And he's like, yeah. Then I revived him. Someone else came. I got distracted, and he shot me in the head, and I was like, oh. And then next game, I was like, all right, I'll play for a bit, but at some point, I'm gonna cause chaos. And so early on, I was just shooting at like a random person. We were having like a funny little like, no, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this. And then I made some bullshit like, sorry man, I was with my teammate, he was my diehard. I have to do this for him. I can't. He was like, no, you don't have to do this. We can team. We can get together. We can get together. It was like a funny little bit of us in the standoff. And then blah, 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 chilled out, vibed. And then at the end, I started just shooting at random people and causing chaos. And they're like, stop shooting something. It's like, I have to do this. I have to bring the chaos. So I had fun with it. I love proximity chat in games, though. One of my favorite features ever. I mean, same old mode. Get loot, shoot around. There's proximity chat now, and you can become friends. Party up mid-match. It's like an experimental thing they're doing. It's like a test demo for like this weekend and next weekend. But I'm pretty sure at some point it'll be brought back as like a full-time option. Because the gamers crave for community trash talk. Mm-hmm. Oh, on the get to typing thing, like, there's been a few times where I've always considered like just getting an extra keyboard to hook up to my PlayStation, just in the case that I want to like type really fast to things, because it sucks to communicate on your controller. You have to. I don't know, you're fine. What's funny? Mm-hmm. It's just comfortable for me. Yeah, never really. Like, I mean, I've played some games here and there with keyboard, but yeah, I just don't like it. Yeah, that too. And that's always a contention when it comes to crossplay nowadays. Like, it's kind of come to a consensus that if it's a game that allows all platforms to play, they will, they'll let you play casually, but typically competitive, they won't allow it because of just the general disadvantage of keyboard and mouse accuracy versus controller slower ability. Because, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ah, I got you. Yeah, well, in a way that is kind of doxing still. That falls in the category. But yes, I know what you mean.
Well, look at you with Exobricks, the rail of adamant. Seems much too noisy complicated as a hunting weapon.
Oh, it happened to you before? I don't know. I thought that's what you said. I see. Got you. Mm-hmm. Now, I find it funny in the game, you eventually unlock like a tracker just to like tell you how you've done in your runs, total amount, how many times you've won with each weapon. And, now I've won at least one time with every weapon. But funny enough, just before my final like weapon victory win, which is also my 10th win overall, which is kind of nice, good closure acclimating thing. I realized there's this like weapon called the adamant rail is essentially just a gun in the game, which is kind of funny. I've won the most with that one, which I was like, damn, because it's the last one you unlock too. And to be fair, all of them are useful in their own way, but this one ain't generally the best. So I found it funny. I was like, oh, all right, I guess I got the most. Because it also tells you how many times you try to use each weapon. And there's like the starter one, which is like a sword, which I have the most amount of attempts on, and yet I only have like one fucking win with, which is really funny.
Let's go, Exegriff.
Damn. Okay, game. There's like a little, how to say it? There's like a codex book of they call it the prophecies of the fates to fulfill. It's essentially just completing little tasks throughout the game as you play, like get all the special blessings from each of the gods, or there's like duo blessings, so that takes a while, or legendary versions. And then there's like upgrades for your weapons. And so whenever I've been doing my runs for like the past 10 times or whatever, I'm always like looking out for whatever is a new one. Even if it don't help me, I must get that completion because who knows whenever the hell I'm going to see that again. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm thinking about the grind too. Because like, to get, like I mentioned, there's duos. So like, you can make a duo with Athena and Zeus. Depending on, but it depends on whatever special blessings you have from them. And so it's like, you have to make sure you have one to get the other. So that's eventually something I'm going to keep count on. I've just been, if I see it pop up, it's mine immediately. But I'm not actively going out just yet to find one to get the other. But eventually I'll have to. It'll be annoying. RNG sucks. Why can't the game RNG ever be like my coding RNG, where I swear to fucking God, it does like the same 3 or 4 input outputs so many times. But then in the games, they just have more sophisticated ones. And of course, it really is RNG. I don't know. Something I've like taken notice. RNG stands for randomly RNG, randomly number generated, or random number generation. So it's the coding value for essentially making things random in your games. And that's a big component within roguelike games, because the whole point is every time it's a new, different run, different upgrades, different rooms, etc., different layout. So that's a huge component to this. But like, in past like little testing homeworks or examples, exercises that I've done, it's like dealing with RNG stuff. It's really simple. You add in a library for it that knows how to use it to your code, and then it's like, all right, now you type in the command, and then you give it a value of how many potential numbers to be randomized, like 1 to 10, 1 to 100, etc. But I swear to God, whenever I do those, it really, and like I'll test it like 10, 20 times just to see how random it is, and I swear they ain't that random. But in the games, the devs know shit, and they know how to make this shit really random and annoying. But yeah, love it. I love my roguelikes so much. Because this ADHD brain has gotten more and more dopamine tapped, and so I always need that constant refresher. Like that, whenever I'm like in a burnout of games, it's like, especially with single player games, depending on how I have been at that point, it's like, do I want to keep going? Do I want to go through the harder challenges, keep resetting? Like Silksong, I haven't touched it in like a week now just because I got to Act 2. But it's harder now, and it's annoying. I'm just like, I just don't want to go through the process right now. Let me do less serious, more fun things that I'm actually progressing with. But eventually I get back once I recover. Yes. Recover from burnout and energy deprivation. Why, what? Alright. White. You. But of course. Hmm. Yeah, not gonna lie. I've been in a mood to play like a life simulator game. You know, top one's like Stardew, or one of the clones is like, it's called Graveyard Keeper. Similar style to Stardew. Different era. You're a Graveyard Keeper. And there's a bunch of upgrades that you get through. I don't know, it's just been on my mind. I just want to have like nice little chill. I love like management games or games that have a management upgrade system to it. Like the Assassin's Creed series, at least some of the earlier games that I've played, they always had some like town system that eventually you could put money towards upgrading like stalls to get better upgrades, or just they'll give you money within like every hour or so, yada yada. It's like I love that kind of innovation to towns. Like I like, you know, building up my money, putting it to some gear, but then like I have so much that I don't have anything else to spend on. It's like, ooh, let me help improve the town, improve the in-game lore experience, but then also just better benefits. I love it. I love seeing the visual upgrades and all. So anything that has something like that, literally, honestly, I love the game of life. Fun game. I think I'll say I was like in the sense of definitely more of a, if it's like a side activity, it's not the main focus, but only because I depends. Like I was saying with the Stardew, my mood. I can play some games where that's the main focus, but it depends. And then at least with those examples, they have a lot of different things to do. Whereas like I'll say Sims or like whatever that like one city upgrade one is. Uh, all those kind of simulation ones where like, yeah, you're just managing the town, or it's just that, and like they have other things to do, but it's still all like the same kind of mechanic. That can be tiring to me, I guess I'll say. But depends. Sometimes I can do the whole thing. Other times I more so appreciate the I like dipping my toes in it a bit, coming back here and there and seeing the rewards pay off to other aspects of the game.
Got some zest.
Hmm. Okay. Unfortunate. That was in my mind. I was gonna ask if you ever wanted to play Stardew, but we got that out the way, so that's fine. Oh, right, because you played on your Switch. That's fair. I will say Stardew on console controllers is a little bit weaker than PC, for sure. Kind of limits you. It's a little bit more annoying. Plus, that's a game where, like, casual mods are actually way more useful than the base game.
That's the chaos. It seems I've
Uh-huh.
become something of a temporary hanging out here. Every day I'll be
Yeah.
It's become
No, like
something
others, because I've seen me trying to like do the setup for my Japan friends, which will soon happen officially. Still trying to get the kinks out. But like I was looking at mod packs for people and it's like, okay, here's stuff. It's like just really simple like info things just being put up. Like, here's a reminder for birthdays. Here's how much whatever you have. Blah blah blah. It's like small little things, really useful. What's the word? Quality of life help, essentially. Ooh. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like there's at least two I always want to have on a run. Right. That makes sense. It is. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS was because that's how I started Animal Crossing, and I definitely say that's my favorite because I've played Horizon, you know, Code Era and all that jazz. Had my time with it. Haven't really touched it because I haven't had my Switch for a while. But New Leaf was nice because that's like you were a mayor and it felt like impactful adding to your city and settlement. Whereas, you know, Horizons was chill, blah, blah, blah. They also took out a lot of features from the previous game and then slowly added them back through updates, which is always stupid. I fucking hate Nintendo for doing this. Oh my gosh, you have the literal fundamentals and setup and just add upon it. Please and thank you. Holy shit. They've been on a long, consistent stream of doing this lately. I've been so gone from Nintendo. And then, like, my sister's boyfriend has, you know, he's a big Nintendo fan. He got the Switch too, like, when it was coming out, you know, Mario Kart, the new Donkey Kong game. And we had, like, a talk where it's like, you know, he's like, oh, you know, like, you can Switch. Like, I had it. I play it with my PlayStation most of the time. It's just like, I just can't justify getting the Switch 2, especially on launch, you know, like, there's only so few games available for it, and then, like, other ones are upgrades, which, useful, very useful. I've seen the upgrades to other games, and, like, it's insane. Like, fucking Smash Bros. They have alt skins, and in the normal Switch, when you wanted to, like, swap to a different skin or load it, it would take a few seconds to load the fucking image, and now it's immediate on Switch 2, which is amazing. Like, oh wow, it's an actual performing console. Holy shit. Anyway, but also the price is fucking egregious. A lot of the normal prices nowadays with the games are stupid. Nintendo is a big scam. They never have deals. It's always stupid. Really, just ugh. They're such a greedy company. It really blows my mind, and people are starting to go against. Oh, sorry, I just thought about it. They just put in a patent for the gaming mechanic of capturing and releasing creatures, which is so bullshit. It's so stupid. I hate the gaming world with patenting certain mechanics because so fucking stupid. And it's because I don't know if you know the game Pal World, like that had a little bit of a talk. It was like it's a very similar like Pokemon-esque game. You capture creatures, a lot of whatever, but it's more R-rated in a way where like you can literally make them slaves for doing like workloads, or you can fucking just kill them. It's a lot more gritty, but still in like a playful way. But you know, it takes the mechanics and makes it more fucked up, but it's still fun in a way because you can still have a lot and like it builds upon past mechanics. Like it's 3D world, like open world in a way. You can actually throw them out and play with them in the same thing. Like you can put they have guns. They just have straight up guns, rockets, whatever. So it's like it's really stupid. But Nintendo ain't like that. That this game that similar. But whatever. Oh my god, gaming concepts. Holy shit, you shouldn't be able to patent anything. Oh my god, it's creative freedom. They've been trying to really get at them and doing a lot of different suings and all that, and it's like the recent thing. But everyone's like, okay, if you want to patent this, you are going to be going up against literally every single gaming company ever, because every one of them has some kind of game with some kind of capturing and releasing format. It's like, so we'll see how that goes, but it's just such bullshit. Nintendo's so greedy. And I mean, Sony, Microsoft, they're still powerful. They're big. They're still huge in the industry. Like, I know Nintendo has their big thing, like it's like the big talk of, they always, anytime they do a lawsuit, they always win because they're so powerful, which is valid. But this patent would bring in literally every single company, and that will cause issues. And Yeah.
You waste my time.
Here we are.
Um, yeah. Oh, my. I just thought about it in my mind for a quick sec. One of the biggest controversial gaming patents, which I think honestly started bringing in the talk about patents with gaming as such a stupid fucking thing. There's this game that was based off like Lord of the Rings called Shadow of Mordor, and then they had a sequel, Shadow of War. They developed this system of AI in the game where in Lord of the Rings you're always fighting like orcs, and that's how it is in the game. So you're fighting these big armies, legions of orcs, and there's a bunch of like small leaders, whatever, yada yada, named characters to say the least, like NPCs, but they have a bit of a title power role. And it was called the Nemesis system. So like if they escaped, if they killed you, like even if a random grunt killed you, the system would remember this, acknowledge it, and next time you face them, it would kind of make like, build upon that. Like, oh, they would make like a witty remark to you, yada yada. They'd have like a grudge, they'd have some special goal for you or whatever. And like literally, if you were killed by some normal like rookie grunt, he would become a leader from that, get a title and upgrade, and then they have a special dialogue and all this. And it was such a creative system for like keeping in-game immersion and all this, and they patented that shit. I think it was. I'm trying to remember who's the producer. It might be Warner Bros. Probably not. Some other company, I can't remember. But they patented that shit till like 2035. So no other game can use this like really innovative and fun thing. And it's so stupid and it's annoying because there's only two games, and then the company shut down like the series. So we're just in limbo. Nothing can be used for it for the next 10 years now. And it's so annoying because it was great. It was really fun. A lot of people praised it. And then they did this bullshit, and now everyone wants. They wanted to get. Who was that medical CEO? They wanted to get medical CEO'd. Which. They want that. Yeah, they need that Luigi treatment. Luigi Mantalone or something. Oh, Yeah, no one cares. Bye bye. I don't think so. Hmm.
That's cold.
Hmm.
Charon, as I know you serve the realm, I just wanted to say I look forward to continuing to work with you in a somewhat more official capacity. I'll still be breaking out of here like always. Appreciate your support.
Alright, random thought in the game that I just realized. So there's a shopkeeper. It's our little. I missed this title. I keep forgetting. Our boy Charon, the riverboat guy of the underworld, takes you through the passages. Um, there was one time in one run where I noticed, ooh, there's like 300, 400 coins of extra money in the back, and it says borrow question mark. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see what this does. So I get it. Charon's like, no, fuck you. Because he just does grunts, but that's essentially what he was like. He's like, fuck you, and then he has a boss fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I had like an okay build. I was maybe like the first level or two in. It was okay. I had some power, but I wasn't too strong. And then I'm fighting him, and I learn very quickly he has a really large health bar. He takes a lot of damage, and he does a lot of shit. And I get maybe 3/4 of the way in. I'm like, please, please, please. I don't know if it's an achievement or whatnot, but like I just want, that status of I beat this optional, really rare boss. But sadly lost, and my run was done. It was actually in my streak of 10 games. It's like the one loss you'll see of my 10 win games back to back, and it's like, yeah, Karen fucked me up. So I'm like awaiting the next time I see it because it was a really rare time and I haven't seen it since. But it was fun. It was a good challenge. I need to do it again.
Not ready to keep you waiting, ladies.
Ooh, I'm fighting the 3 Fate sisters again. Or no, sorry, not Fates. The Furies. Yes. Yes, I'm doing the railgun right now, because every time you do a new run, one of the weapons gets like a bonus effect where you can get like extra gem value for like 2 resources. One's for upgrading your skills, the other's for upgrading decor or trading. So I'm like, yes, I like to do that now that I kind of don't have anything specific to focus on. And yes, I added the multiplier for the boss again. But I added 2 this time, because it went from 1 skull to 2, or first one was 1 upgrade, and the next one I had to do 2. And since I already beat it, the first 2 challenges, I'm on the 3rd, so I was like, oh, this works out. So now, for the first time ever, once I get to the second world, I will see the new bullshit that the boss has. But for now, time to fight the 3 sisters.
Largely responsible for getting me this far. Would you like to see a demonstration?
Fight, fight, fight.
For what? I always have this mad thing.
Oh, the one sister want me so bad. Ain't even funny. Well, it is her job to defend, and we have funny little commentary talks after the fact, once I'm back in the lounge area. Always. Is the dwarf causing you more trouble? Man-eating plant. They got all kinds of shit in this game, it sounds like.
Where the others go?
The Furies seem incapable of
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. I'm gonna mute for a sec. A fella. Gotta go take a pee. Hee hee. Hello. I want to talk to sure about those story games in a sec. I just thought about.
Next floor. Thank you. Ugh, this heat. Nearly made it. That'll do it.
I can't believe you got into a fight with my professional associate. You after something, cuz? Just about everybody that I know, they're all at least a little bit afraid of that one and his boat. Yet you think you can take him, huh?
And here we go.
Hello. Morning. Oh my god, it's 4:20. Time goes by. There you go. Right. No, I was just thinking about it. There's like I realized there's a few co-op games that I have that like have different kind of or story games that have different kind of co-op implementation. Like there's a few of these like we'll say horror games. It's not really horror aspect. Like there's a spooky side to it, but it's really like story, choose your own thing, whatever consequences. And a few of them have like a co-op mode, like on the couch where you can swap per character and like make the story really random and based off each person. Or I thought about Detroit Become Human, which is a great game, love it, played through it, got pretty much the second best ending I think it could have. Just because of one small fault at one point in the game, but mostly everyone survived, which is great. That's what I was going for. But you play through 3 different characters. And so I was thinking like, ooh, there could be one where like I have one character, you have another, and then like the last one we could split, blah blah blah, have a little fun. It's a little bit of a long story though. I'm thinking about all kinds of longevity fun activities. Pause. Okay.
Last time your father and I spoke, he told me I was all washed.
Ah, I see.
This high tide.
I was thinking about it. Like for a brief thought, I was like, all right, one character is like a cop character. Maybe I could play them because they're like, well, all the characters are. Before I say. So, do you know much about the game Detroit Become Human, or not much? Depends on how you play, to be fair. But yes. Okay. Yeah, it's a world where androids are pretty common, and the big point of the game, the allegories are like a thing about human civil rights, slavery in a way. Androids become kind of like the new main slave force workers. In a way, yes. It kind of allegories to that. It's like, alright, these are androids. They're not human. They don't have the rights, blah, blah, blah. They don't feel. But then it's like, haha, surprise, surprise. They kind of do. They kind of can. Or it depends on how you play. Depends on your thoughts. Either way, all 3 characters are androids having their own little story. One's a cop, and you deal with stuff about whether you want to be more human or more android-like. Another is a like nanny android for like a kind of pretty domestic abusive household, like bad father, daughter, and then like stuff happens, then you go on your journey. And the third one, and I was gonna say maybe you want to play them. It's a black android. His name's Marcus, and he has a really big story about like finding his own individuality and then leading a revolution of androids. And the big thing there is you get to choose how you make the revolution, whether you want to kind of be, you know, MLK, more peaceful and blah blah blah, or you could become more, I don't even say extremist, but you could be more violent. And like there are times where you get put to the test of, well, it would be, I know it would be Malcolm X in the way, but like the way that the game goes, it's not that extent. Like he goes further than what Malcolm X kind of does, but you could say it's compared. But I didn't say him because I don't think it compares truly accurately. Either way, good story, great little things. That too, yeah, maybe. Either way, I was just in my mind thinking about other possible interactive games, blah blah blah. You can tell there's at least one game I just want to have like a nice little, somewhat longevity story with you. In our own time, obviously. Like, you might have. I'm not trying to play it every single time we're all together, but if it's ever a feeling of a vibe, just kind of something to have. I do. Yeah, I want to play a sweet little game with you and interact. I think it's fun. Something I've really wanted to do before. Well, to say, well, some of the frustration aspects can be fun with it, especially with a partner playing nearby. You know, oh no, if you're frustrated, you can just use me however you like to relieve it, whatever. Haha. But yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm in the speaker. Okay. Hello, speaker world. But yeah. Me just want to have like one game or two dedicated to play here and there with progression. Come back to here once in a blue moon. And most of the games I think that I have in mind won't be too frustrating inducing. But then, yeah, obviously, yes, there will be small times. But that's the fun of it. Because then we can rage out and laugh and blah blah blah. Because, ooh, some of the story games, some decisions are failed QuickTime events. You'll be like, fuck! Like, ooh, there was one that I played with a friend because they allowed local player online, or co-op from online. And we'd be swapping characters, doing our own little things, yada yada, having our own little experiences. Because it's like a game with some kind of ghost hallucination aspect, so we both saw our own things, and we're like, wait, let's deduct this! Let's be rash! Either way, there was one escape thing, and it was a quick time, and it was climbing up a ladder, and I was doing fine, I was hitting it all, and then I had a little bit of a lag, and I missed one button. And it was one single thing of like a sequence of 7 or like probably like 10 different button inputs. I don't even know. It was a good amount because they really make you work for it. But I say because also I was like, would you have failed on any single one, or like was it just mine or a few? Like I don't know. Either way, yeah, I got lagged out. I missed my input timing, and then the only character that our fucking run died because of me. I was like, God damn it! I was really annoyed about that. I was really annoyed. But yeah, that's for fun. Fun little reflect, fun little in the moment. I'll just be rehashing.
Hello, Major Organ.